bike.
Having a set of custom wheels gives kids like me
And me, the ability to do things we could only dream of before. Shriner Children is supplying custom-built adaptive bikes and wheelchairs for kids who dream of their first set of wheels.
For us, the bike is one of the most incredible experiences. The very first moment she had success. I think they went about 6 miles that first day. They wanted to try a new road, a new path.
the Wheels for Love. You can make a kid's dream come true right now.
Because of you, I get the most amazing care anywhere. I can play basketball. Big or small, your gift helps us all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your support has changed our lives.
Help a kid get their first set of wheels.
Go online to lovetotherescue.org.
Hey everybody, it's Geoff Landon here. We got something really great for you. As you can see the Shriners Children's emblem on the side. We wanted to talk to you about the Holiday Spirits Crafts Fair and just all the great stuff going on. There's vendors there, whole 9 yards, coming up in October, the second weekend in October. This year, it is Saturday, October 12th. That's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday, October 13th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's at the Arnott Lions Ice Arena. So there is an address that I will put up in the comments in a little while. But we've got everybody here, whole bunch of people, and everybody having a good time with us. So I'm just going to bring them on camera. They weren't ready for that, but I'm messing with them anyway. So here we are. Everybody's here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So we got them all here. We've got Deb Wilkett here. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
All right.
How you doing?
Linda Wegner, everybody.
Hi.
All right. Renee Groff.
Hello.
Yay. I have to get it right. Ken Ulm. I got it. Yes. And as I go down the list, I want to make sure, Bob, I got your first name right, and I want to get it right again. Bob Calvary.
You got it right.
Yeah, Bob's in the house as well. So as you can see, they're all representing something that is represented in the show. Me, I'm representing the musicians. Yay. Deb is our organizer. She's been doing this for how many years now, Deb?
Oh, God, 16 years. No, 18. We're on our 18th year.
My goodness. I think you and I have been together for 16.
We have.
Has it been 16? I don't know. Maybe 10. But doggone it, we've been doing it quite a bit.
It's been a long time. It's 18 years. Yes.
The promotion that we have to do with a lot of this too is parades and stuff. So that's why we have our gentlemen Bob and Ken over here as well. We're going to be talking to them in an interview in just a bit. Don't mind me. I'm looking back at my screen as it doesn't look like I'm looking at the crowd or anything like that. But as we're hanging out together, I'm just going to show you guys up nice and large here. As I'm doing this, we also have Renee and Linda are representing the vendors. So yay!
Lots of those.
I get to walk around and interview everybody too once in a while in the middle of the show, which is really enjoyable. So we're kind of doing the same thing I do at the show. To talk about this, we played the commercial for you guys to start off for that reason. This is about raising money for a great cause in Children's Shriners. Deb actually was a patient as well.
Yes,
Am I
I
correct?
was.
How long was that?
1970s.
Man.
1973. I was Shriners Cleaner in Europe. And I was also at the St. Paul Minneapolis Hospital.
And we are finding out it's their 100th year for the Shriners.
101.
101 now.
101. We met, last year was our 100th year.
So they had been around a good 60 years
Okay.
by the time they helped you.
Right.
And that's the amazing thing about why we're back in this organization, because it's stuck around so long to help children, to help people in general. We're going to show you commercials about that as well throughout this presentation. It's just like a special podcast we wanted to do, as you know, the world has changed and everything is turned a lot to the internet now. Radio still is a great friend of ours. We want to take a shout out to a couple of the radio stations that have been good to us, 106.1 down in Plover, and of course 105.5 here in Wisconsin Rapids. So don't forget that we still love our radio crew too. So, but this podcast is something that we can get out to all of you, and you guys can make donations out here. That I want to show you that link that's going to be popping up on your screen. You can click on here and donate right away, as we're going to show you right there in the middle. That is a link that you can click on, or you can take your phone and go right up to it with your camera, and it'll send you to a link to donate today right to Shriners Children's Hospital. Now, they're going to be clinics now, from what I hear, guys.
Yes.
Right. So they're transitioning, not necessarily getting rid of all the hospitals that are already there, but they're getting more clinics to get closer to people, correct?
That's a big part of it. The hospitals are expensive to run. The clinics, we get private enterprise to build us a clinic.
Yeah.
Give them a lease for 10 years, guaranteed they get their money back. We don't have to invest $20 million. We use that for patient care.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I want to show you guys this commercial one more time. I know we started off with it, but I think everyone out there needs to see this. I think it's the greatest way to just tell you what this whole thing is about before we go into the event of Holiday Spirits.
Fine, you fight.
Having a set of custom wheels gives kids like me
And me, the ability to do things we could only dream of before. Shriners Children is supplying custom-built adaptive bikes and wheelchairs for kids who dream of their first set of wheels.
For us, the bike is one of the most incredible experiences. The very first moment she had success. I think they went about 6 miles that first day. They wanted to try a new road, a new path.
through Wheels for Love. You can make a kid's dream come true right now.
Because of you, I get the most amazing cheer anywhere. I can play basketball. Big or small, your gift helps us all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your support has changed our lives.
Help a kid get their first set of wheels.
Go online to lovetotherescue.org.
We're having fun bantering here. It's great to be with you guys. I'm going to talk to Bob and Ken now. So as you can see them, they're on I would say the left of your screen. I'm trying to assume this from the back side. They can see me in a little box like this big. So we want to talk to you guys now. You guys are funsters. What are all the Zor funsters about?
We're a parade unit.
Excellent.
It's one of the ways that we raise money, but more to raise awareness and see smiles on children's faces.
Yeah.
The same way that when the hospital helps the kids, it's children aren't sick. They're there for orthopedic care, spinal bifida, cleft palate, cleft lip. They have the burn victims that we take care of. Down in Austin, we have the largest skin bank in the world. Our doctors help train the military doctors when our soldiers were coming home from the Mideast with burns that soldiers never used to survive. So that was part of getting involved. Shriners has been around for 151 years. 101 years ago, there was a polio epidemic, and the Shriners says, how can we help? So they created the hospitals. Well, then miracles happened, and they came up with a cure. So what are we going to do with our hospitals? So they turned to orthopedics. And then I'm going to give a shout out to a competitor, because one of our Shriners took our model of hospitals and created St. Jude to deal with cancer for children.
So is that Danny?
That's
Danny Thomas. That's
A
amazing.
lot of the more recognizable Shriners are in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
The funsters with our parading and our clowns and stuff, that comes from the Ringling history. The Ringling brothers were a big part of the Shriners.
That is so cool.
Marx Brothers, the entertainers, and for the people of our generation, Burl Ives. When Burl Ives passed away, he donated 50% of his estate to the hospitals.
For the generations that are younger too, Burl Ives was the old man on the claymations for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
He was the snowman.
He was the snowman. And obviously a longtime entertainer that many of us grew up with for gosh, like it was the tradition to sit in front of TV and watch that. So you see how the Shriners are just so important to that, and how it's spread out farther than what it is. And it's to say, like polio, we've had a recent pandemic now, right? With polio being kind of an issue at that time, that started something important.
Yes.
And the Shriners stepping up and being a part of that. Then to be in there during, influenza in 1918, correct? And then now all the way up to this one, and this hospital still going strong and helping kids. And now you're saying, I have to ask, because I'm not completely aware of this either, for as long as I've been doing this, they still help people that are close to adulthood too, correct?
Up till age 18.
Okay. So right up to it.
And, part of our services is we also have the hospital dads, which Bob is in charge of for our area, where we transport the patient and the families to an appointment if they don't have transportation to get there. And all of this is done regardless of ability to pay.
All of your donations help things in those realms, all the way across the driving the patient there, the getting the patient there, the doctors that are there too. So I want to put that up again, to put a donation in there. So yeah, Bob, you just got a call this morning already about getting one taken care of.
I did. It'll be scheduled for July the 10th. A new patient we will be taken to Twin Cities Clinic.
Literally in action this morning as we were getting prepared, that came up, and I think it's great. Like, we can be so understanding at any time. They're literally on the phone ready to take care of it. So those donations go towards that. Now, this whole event that we're talking about that these guys are going to be at, they're going to be the funsters. They come in and they clown it up. How cool is that? So Ken is lucky. At least that's what he goes by in his dress up. Bob, what's yours?
Jingles.
He's Jingles. All right, there you go. We have Chris Peters going to be there as well. He's Sparky. Yeah. So Chris has been a long time with us too. He usually jumps in on some of the radio shows with us, and he tends to be. He talks my ear off, and I enjoy every second of it because he just. You guys have been very receptive to me, and I appreciate that. They go out there, have a good time. Saturday, as a matter of fact, since they're dressing up, we want you to come to Holiday Spirits, second weekend of October, and dress up too if you want. Be a part of the clownery. Now,
Halloween costume work.
Halloween costume's good too. Yes. Well, we had one picture, one event we had years ago as it transitioned from where we are now. We were over here in Kellner, and that's giving away where we are now. We're in Lake Wazicha right now, but when we were over in Kellner, we all stood up and took a picture of the different outfits we were in and everything like that. So I'll have to show you that, you guys, out on Facebook. I'm going to share a page with you right now out there. I'm going to make this the big head page here for a second. Pull the donations out of the way for everybody. And my friend Kathy popped up on a message. That was great. So I want to show you guys this. This is the Funster, or I should say the Holiday Spirits Zor Funster Crafts and Vendors Fair page. It's the benefit. And you can see everything that we're doing on here, the music, everything else. I'm scrolling through the pictures now. And I'll bet you if I went down far enough, oh, well, look who I found. It's Lucky. So I think I need to go back to this. So just for reference, folks, there's Lucky. All right, he's over here. All right, good. Yeah. So we found Lucky on this page as well. I'm sure you guys will see it on your phone in a second. Yes. A little bit of fun there. And you can see all the crowds that we do get. As a matter of fact, when we do the raffle, we'll talk about later as well. There's one right there popping up for you. Deb, you might know this person. I'm going to have you just lean in real quick. This young lady is also a patient.
Jeannie's son was a patient. He was a burn victim.
She's on the left of your screen if you guys are watching. She's the young lady holding onto the prize along with the Zor Shriner that we have there.
She's also a volunteer at our event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
each year.
been every year that I've
She's-
been there. She's been there.
She's a volunteer.
She's the shyest woman, but she's the best smile if you go talk to her. So when you guys come along, you guys come see her as well. I wanted to point that out because these are the people you're going to meet when you come along. These volunteers that you see in these pictures during the raffle and whatnot. And I want to see some more of our funsters in there. I'm scrolling quickly. Oh, Chris Lonsdorf dressed up as Captain America, if you guys remember that.
He is one of our entertainers.
And I believe that's his
girlfriend.
lovely girl that hangs out with him. She was White, the Disney character.
She's with the black and white.
Yeah. Cruella DeVille.
Cruella DeVille.
And she brought her Dalmatian on top of it, which is wild. So you get to see how much fun we have. And now I've got all the funsters up there. All the clowns are together. Spirit is there. Sparky is there. We even have Officer Clown. Holy cow. So we got you guys in a shot here. I'm so glad that we could share time and raise money for a great cause. For those of you that are going to be out there as well, I'll show you some of our parade volunteers as well as there in this shot. Is Deb, you can help me with these names again too.
Oh, we've got Scott there, and then we've got Dean. And Dean just became a Mason.
Yes.
Correct. Oh, that's
he's
excellent.
going to be a funster.
I got to see what he's going to dress up as. That's going to be great.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that also.
Oh, man. This is so great. I'm glad we got this thing so people could see it too. So here's us. We're all back on screen for you. I want to show you something. They have a new series, guys, that was promoting this year. And I call it the Watch Me series because each one of these commercials starts with watch me. And it's watching what a patient can do after they've been helped, and they kind of give you their story in a short period of time. This is just one of them. These are the kids at play that I wanted to show you here. Enjoy.
Watch my first step turn to leaps and bounds. Watch me play carefree while the world goes round. Listen to me join in with every girl and boy. Screams of happiness, limitless joy. Watch me run through the grass and sand. They said I would, now I can. Watch me. Shriners Hospitals for Children. The most amazing care anywhere.
I didn't want to cut my friends off, but we were just here now, and you know, Renee, my hair, I gotta fix my hair. I got up this morning too, but we were so excited to do this, we didn't care. We were diving in head first, but we all found shirts to make sure we were in on this. And so I wanted to get to that now. We're talking about the entertainment side of everything, and I still have me on this part of the thing. It was a number of years ago that Deb made me the music director for the show. She wanted to put on a show, and for people that, you know, if you're done shopping, don't leave yet. You know, if you take time with the people that are a part of this organization, just as we are now, hanging out with everybody in the same room. And so at first I was remiss to say, I was like, so you just want us to be loud the whole time? And, you know, people are going to be okay with that. But she found such great entertainers. And I think that made the show become something of its own entity too. And at the same time, that's why when you made me the director of kind of working with this stage and whatnot, I also felt the responsibility to like go around to the vendors, go around to some of the guys, you know, and it tends to be Chris who tends to talk to me the most on the mic, but which is great. So when he's sparky, he's lively as all get out. And so it just involves everybody to that stage. We bring up some patients if we can. We had a great story last year of a couple and their son, correct? And as a matter of fact, the dad and I got together talking about a pickup truck that he built with his son, which was pretty amazing. And now his son has grown up. He's in his 30s now, I believe. And it was quite an amazing story. I can't tell you who it is because you should be there for these events so we can show you these stories in person. So we'll show you some of these other stories as well in the commercials. But I think that's the amazing thing about this event. And this is the second weekend of October, the 12th and 13th this year. And it's so important that you come see those moments to know what you're giving.
Geoff, can I add something?
Yeah, please.
What's really cool about this event is, when you're at home and you're watching TV, you see these commercials, for the Shriners or St. Jude's or whatever. And it's people that you don't know. It's people across the country. But what's cool about this event is those commercials are made for people that live right here in our area. They're transferring people to hospitals. It's local community members where you're BSing in the parking lot about a truck that this guy, you know what I mean? Like it's home, it's not something that's happening on the other side of the US. It's somebody here, right here in Wisconsin, central Wisconsin, where, a lot of the money, some of the money stays local. Some of it goes, national to help, the hospitals and stuff. So you're helping your community.
And that's when Deb developed this idea, we talked about how the National Shriners we're talking about maybe doing this on this particular weekend with multiple states now.
Yes.
Where it's become that thing. And I know
people want to copycat it.
Yeah.
We've had people come to try and create their own holiday spirits in another town.
Yeah.
That has happened.
I want to get you on screen a little bit if you want to lean in there a little bit.
You want to sit on your lap.
So when Deb was doing this and they were talking about possibly doing it nationally, we're still trying to push for the idea that this particular weekend is National Shriners Weekend. I want to try and make that happen.
That's interesting.
I think that would kind of go if these events went off on the same weekend across the United States. It'd be cool if the president could do something like that and kind of make it official. I threw that at Deb like 2 years ago. She's like, "Oh, we got to do something about that." I'm hoping here now it's out there. All right.
Yeah.
But one of those things is kind of like community co-ops with grocery stores and whatnot. We're real big on getting local grocery and things like that. And that was kind of the interesting thing about this event is it literally pulled that local, help your local community. And if we can get every community across the states to do that for the Shriners as well, and with the Shriners, that's exactly what the Shriners were trying to do to get children help, was be in their community. And that's why we're raising money right now for all these clinics.
And I was going to say, following up on what Linda just said here.
Yeah.
I've always said with our program that we have out at the Arnett Arena, you have to experience it. You have to come there. You can't just hear about it. And it's not just the Shriners.
Yeah.
It's everybody there.
Yeah.
It's the atmosphere that you experience. There isn't anybody that doesn't want to be there, that doesn't want to help, that they're not in a good mood that day.
Right.
That you encounter that has a story to tell that's connected to the Shriners. Everybody involved there has a connection to the Shriners.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
from its simple beginnings, it's become a destination event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. As you can see, there we've got vendors, we've got the Shriners here, and when this particular event, it's worth it on the end when we're tearing down and we see each other's faces and the things we did, and I just I can't say enough for as long as I've been working with it. I feel like I wasn't doing a lot. You know what I mean? And I still haven't. And it's because of people like this that we want to keep coming back and doing it again. And the more people we can outreach to come see this, I think the more people will want to give to it. I want to throw that out there again. If you can, please do give. We're going to talk to the vendors in just a little bit as well. I wanted to get you a salute to veterans on this. We were just talking about some of those things about becoming Masons and becoming part of something. And we even are able to touch on the veteran side with a salute video for you here. I want to make sure I get to that cleanly. Here you go. This is a great one. Me being a Marine and Deb's husband being a Marine. You gentlemen? Navy.
I had a great draft number. I was very fortunate. My brothers went, cousins went. I was lucky to stay at home.
We give this way, right? If we didn't get a chance to serve that way, we give this way.
Yep.
And I think that's the great thing about it. Here, check this out.
Watch me work with precision people skills, dedicated to serve with a patriot's will. Some said my condition gave me no shot, but an extraordinary place helped me fear not. Duty and honor, that's where I stand. A proud soldier's code, thanks to a skilled surgeon's hand. Watch me. Life-changing orthopedic procedures at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
All right, here we go. Hey, guys. All right, so we're back in. That is so cool. Just the fact that it proves community, too, because it's veterans, it's kids, it's everybody helping everybody out. And at that time, that particular person was a young person, now gets to serve, even with the ailment or the prosthetic that they received, they still went and served. So pretty amazing. Now that leads me into just having more great community with the vendors. Everybody, we have Renee Groff here.
Yes, I am a vendor with Pampered Chef, and I've been with Deb for about 10 years.
For ages.
For ages, yeah. And I just continue to be a vendor because it's a lot of fun. We have a great time there. I don't like to dress up. I will be the first to admit. My very first one that we did out there, I finally dressed up and I put on my apron.
Yeah.
And I put a bunch of diapers pinned to it, and I said I was the Pampered Chef.
That is great.
But now I almost look forward to it. I was out the other day and I put something on in Goodwill, and I'm like, hey, could this be my costume? So I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do for this year.
Well, and if you see behind her, I've got my kitchen back there, and I know I've gotten a couple parts from you and a couple parts from other friends from Pampered Chef over the years, and it like dominates my kitchen. Trust me. I think I got the salt shakers from you, or the salt grinders. Love it. Yeah, and they're literally in the background behind her, which is awesome. So, little plug for you. I have the link up here for you as well. You can see her page for Pampered Chef. It literally goes to the Pampered Chef site with your page.
Yes, yes. And I have been a consultant for over 30 years, going on 31 this year. I'm over $1 million in career sales, just edging up on 1.1.
My goodness, I haven't even made that in my lifetime.
Our tagline is enriching lives, one meal, one memory at a time.
Yeah.
And if you think about today's economy, it sucks. And people can't go out to eat the way they used to, and they look at their stuff they have at home and they have no clue what to cook or how to cook.
Right.
I actually had one customer that both the husband and wife worked at the mill. They both lost their jobs. They didn't even they had one pot in their house because it was cereal, lunches at school, and takeout on the way home. We can help with that. And our newest thing I'm really excited about, because going out for coffee today, what do you spend on a cup of coffee? You get the lattes, the cold brews. Pampered Chef has a whole new line. We have a coffee maker that will do Nespresso pots. It will do Keurig, and it will do your own Keurig, your grounds in there, so you can do your flavors. We have a frother, so you can make your own froth to go on top.
Be your own barista.
You can be your own barista at home. And what's really cool, this month, hosts can get it. Next month, guests can get it. But there's 3 ways you can get it. You can buy it. Mm-hmm. I'll love you forever. You can host a show and get it half price, 60% off. Yeah. Or this month, if you give Pampered Chef a try and just do $12.50 in sales in 30 days, on top of getting paid, they give you that in the frother for free. So man, $400 worth of bonuses.
I know what I'm getting next. Trust me. It's every morning. It's every morning. She said that, I started grabbing the cup.
Right.
I'm so glad about that, by the way, because you know I like your products as it is. Yeah. Well, and this is great because this is the part of the vending part. If you sat down with Renee or Linda and you sit down there at the Holiday Spirits Crafts Fair, you get moments like this. You can hang out and talk with them about what they love, and you can tell they love what they do. And not only that, but some of these proceeds and whatnot also go to the Shriners, and that's the beauty of giving back as well. Just because I've known you for quite some time, I have to. Here's to you guys. All right, sorry.
See, I love to give tips for the kitchen that aren't even Pampered Chef. I just did one live. Did you know when you buy a dozen eggs, you pop open the top, nothing's broken, you close it, and you get home and they're glued to the bottom?
Yeah.
Did you know most lids are designed that in the store you can flip it over, open it, and your eggs stay there, and you can check the bottoms, and if they're stuck, you close it back up and grab another one. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
Dude, I'm telling you. Friends, make sure you don't have to worry about little things. That's why we're friends. That's why this is a great event. No matter what, just hanging out. That's why we did it as a podcast, guys. We're not constrained to what time we get on the radio or whatever. We just get to talk about cool moments like that too.
Right. And this is what I do in people's homes. Much like Linda, she goes in, talks about that. I go in, you get some ingredients, I make a recipe, everybody eats.
Right on.
And then I talk about all the tips and the tricks, and then the host gets free stuff.
Yeah,
and it's good.
My mom was like one of the Tupperware ladies back in the late 60s.
Yep.
And how do you sell that? I mean, besides sticking the food in the stuff, she gets to make it for you.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to bring one of these convection things with me, and then you can cook for them there, maybe. I don't want to make her work more, but
Yep, plug in a coffee maker, make coffee.
See, she can show that off right off the bat. So, hey, you guys might get some warm coffee if you come out. Speaking of that, we're going to talk about that in a little while, food vendors and whatnot coming up. But I want to get to Linda here. Hi, Linda. How you doing?
Hi, how are you, Jeff?
I'm better now. I got friends now. And I get to do this at my house. I didn't have to, drive somewhere. So thanks for coming over, by the way. Yeah, well, I can't wait for the Pampered Chef coffee. Now, you do something really killer, and then you sold me right off the bat before we even got on the air. I have a really dry house, if you're wondering. My house can stay down. Now, if I start talking numbers, 18% probably means nothing to you guys, but humidity-wise, it's not good for anything wood. And I have guitars, being one of the entertainers. So she right away got to talking about how we can get a supplemental humidifier in here from her business. So tell us more about the Ritello business.
Yeah, so my husband Jeff and I run Ritello Home Solutions right here in Wisconsin Rapids. We're right on A Street where the UPS store used to be.
Yeah.
Bummer that that's not there anymore.
Right.
But we're in the shopping plaza down the hall there. So we were in Stevens Point for about 5-6 years, and then we moved to Rapids.
So you're able to get storefront now. This is great.
Yeah. We've had storefront the whole time, but I was just tired of driving back and forth to Point. But yeah, so we have a little store. But we essentially just help families with allergies, asthma, dust, pet dander, mold, dust mites, all the icky stuff that we don't want to breathe in.
I've got her link up here, so as she's talking about it, you guys can jump right out there to the
website and just, kind of see. A lot of times we don't think about, when we don't feel good, it's air quality, and it's hot and humid. So everybody's running their air conditioners right now. Well, we are literally sealed in a box. So everything that was outside that came in through the doors and windows before we shut everything up, we're breathing it in. It's getting cycled through our HVACs. It's getting cycled into all the bedrooms and stuff. And
I told you she was good at what she does.
But it's just things that we don't think about on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So, and what's cool about it is, there's so much information out there online now, and more people are becoming more health conscious about what's all natural, what chemicals are in everything, how is that affecting us? And what's really cool about the Ritello is it's literally just water. Mother Nature keeps our outside air clean with water. When it rains, when it snows, when it's sleeting outside. You drive your vehicle down a dirt road on a dry day, you got that big dust ball behind your car. But on a rainy day on that same road, there's nothing back there. So kind of the same principle with the Ritello. They kind of like harness the power of Mother Nature in a little machine. So if we were to roll the roof back on your house and let it storm on the inside and wash everything out, that's what your Ritello is doing.
Yeah.
But nothing gets wet. There's no mess. So you don't have to go online. You don't have to come into the store.
That is so great.
And you have it for the rest of your life. It's not something that you're going to replace. Our Ritellos have a 24-year warranty on them. And my husband is amazing. I'm gonna give you a shout out, Jeff.
Yeah.
He does all the service for the state of Wisconsin. So every 2 years, our customers can bring in their units and get them free. So
this is kind of the stuff that you can get when you come to the vendors, and they have more than just stuff for your home. That's the amazing thing. We got 2 great home vendors here that get you something for your home, but we also want to tell you about all the vendors too, that we got leather works going on. I wanted to point that out on some of this. Linda, I'm getting some of this stuff from you. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna get a bunch of that.
Mother Nature to chill.
oh yeah, she needs to take a break.
Yeah.
my mud needs to get dehydrated.
Right.
I wanted to get this on there. The vendors, we got leather works there, metal works, candles, all types of stuff. There's people who make mittens and hats that are just amazing. Like, we're not just talking, 1950s grandma with a needle point, but the fact is some of them still are. Yet they're pretty savvy on how they make them now. Mm-hmm. So across the board, some great stuff from Linda and Ritello right there, and Renee, and of course Pampered Chef. All these people that you get to meet when you come to the Holiday Spirit Show. Now, I wanted to get you to another one of those moments, and that was another one of the Watch Me commercials. This one, kind of a unique story, will lead us into the car show, as a matter of fact, as well. Check this out, Victory Lane.
Watch me turn, drift, and fly. With a gas pedal underfoot, I can make grown men cry. My very first race changed everything in a flash. But heroes whisked me away and healed wounds from the crash. 900 horses may be too much for some to tame. Put me behind the wheel and I'll see you in Victory Lane. Watch me. Life-saving pediatric burn care at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
All right, so that was a cool story. This young lady been a racer, and she got a prosthetic as well. She had pretty massive burns, which was a big deal. So thankful to Shriners Children's just for those kind of amazing stories. Like, they can go to extremes, and they can bring them back to what can feel like a better life and still be pushing forward. And it's the support too. I think proof right here, the support of a community when you work with Shriners, that the community is there to support you and get you to a better life, even though it was difficult. I think that's pretty awesome. So that leads us to the car show, which ends up outside. I thought that was a good segue.
We have a car cruise, and we want them to bring out their cars.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a booth that they can go to. Kathy Eden runs that booth.
Okay.
And they have door prices at that booth.
Yeah.
For the cars, people that come in.
They feature a Mustang group.
Oh, is that specifically this year, or has this been?
No, they've been there right along. They're one of our biggest outside. Hey, if the weather lets us, we have fun showing off our cars.
And that's true. Truthfully, now we had a pretty good year last year. Am I correct? Yeah, it was pretty bright last year. We had a little snow the year before. It was kind of wild, just huge like flakes. But it was kind of neat to be in and still see these cars. I think, no matter what the weather is, bring an umbrella, whatever, a jacket.
Kit coming in again this
year.
Oh,
yes.
Kit the car from Night Rider.
Yeah, Night Rider. That's right.
Be there.
As a matter of fact, I can show us that. You had it on the Facebook.
I did have it.
I have to see this. Don't mind my fast scrolling, everybody. Don't mind my fast scrolling, but I wanted to find this. I did see it out there. I want to show you more about the entertainers as well as we're talking in this session. There's our cars. There he is. So I'll show you Kit right there. Look at that. So you guys can come see that in person, not just on this screen. Okay. So come see that. Here's our raffles we're going to talk about in a little bit that I show you on the screen as well. I want to go back to our entertainers.
There's Kit.
And they're watching along with me. You guys can see us in the bottom corner there as I show you these pages. But I wanted to go to the entertainers. I didn't get a chance to talk a whole lot about them. We have a Rod Stewart impersonation, a tribute show, as we call them. And Steve Bobbitt is amazing. So you guys get a view of Steve right there on the screen. And He's got that great pink outfit on. I hope he wears that on one of the days. He comes all the way from Illinois, you guys. So strangely enough, local can still go national. But he's amazing.
The first time that I saw him was when we were at Wild Horse here, and I went live.
Yeah.
He was out in the gravel.
Yeah. I remember
and
that.
people were texting me saying, "What is Rod Stewart
doing
singing in gravel in Wisconsin?" And they could not believe that it wasn't him. He is that good.
He walks around and gets the crowd, and he doesn't like just sitting on the stage. He definitely loves being right there amongst you, and much like Rod was in his videos.
Yes.
So
he looks like him.
Yeah.
He dresses like him. He
He
has the same
sounds
hair
like
as
it.
him.
Oh yeah.
You would think it's him. You don't know the difference.
We sat back. We have a back room, thanks to Deb. We have a back room now instead of a gravel road.
Yeah.
and some of our volunteers do bring a camper for us, which is really amazing. We wanted to point them. Who brings the camper that we have the?
That is our security crew, and that is Lisa and Scott Flugart.
Big shout out to the Flugarts.
And they own a Rotello, by the way.
Yeah. So we want to big a shout out to them because they do provide some food for these entertainers as well, and that's so great. So again, right there is Steve Bobbitt. As you see, he's going to be there. Chris Lonsdorf doing a little bit of Elvis and Buddy Holly, as you can see here. Pulling up he's a local guy from Necedah area. Wausau area. Okay. Because I see him in Necedah. I see him. He's all over the place doing this stuff. Might even get a little surprise visit from Mr. Jeff Cannon right there, a longtime radio DJ, an old country fan. We love having him in. I try to fit him in where we can. He does a few songs and we cover the age range with all of this, really. You have an interesting picture when I did Tim McGraw. Although I'm playing guitar, Tim doesn't play guitar as often, but you have a picture of me in there, and I'm sorry. I apologize now. I will be performing. I tend to I do a Toby tribute show, a Travis Tritt tribute show, and a Tim McGraw show. I'm doing a Tom Petty now. So,
cool.
So instead of trying to like change every 5 seconds, I try to get you a couple of those songs in and just tease them a little bit during out the show, as well as being the MC. So it's, I love hanging out with you guys and supporting these entertainers all the way through. I'm kind of scrolling down because I remember seeing a picture of the Blues Brothers in here too, and you got to see these boys.
Oh, they're so
yeah,
fun
Mike
to
and
watch.
Ron, man. These guys are another one. We have a certain thing that ends up at the stage, and it's the library ladder. And I didn't think that he would do it, but doggone it if Ron didn't jump up on this thing one time and rolled it out there. We, of course, have security and people taking care of him very well. But it has happened that we've had so much fun. Here we go. Like Ron running around the floor. Oh, and the police chasing them into the building.
Yes, I love that. Yes.
We recreate
Our
the movie
Portage
for you
County
guys.
Police Department with their K-9 unit will go after the Blues Brothers.
I'm literally in shock at this picture. I'm going, oh my God. It's great. So you just get a little inkling from these pictures of what you're going to see when you come there. More costumes here that we see too, all the great stuff. Now, what that leads me to is we have raffles that raise a lot of money for this. And when you see in the background in some of these pictures, and I'll have Ken and Bob talk about this a little bit too. We raise a bunch of money doing that. That's one of the big ones where you guys can buy in on gifts given. And so I want to get my screen back out here for everybody to see. Guys, when I talk to you about it, we have many things included near the raffles too, including food. I'm going to toss that out first. We have food there.
We have food there. We will have food all day, Saturday and Sunday. We usually have pulled pork, sloppy joes, and hot dogs.
Yeah.
With potato chips or potato salad, your choice, and your beverages.
And we got a front room vending area for a lot of that, correct?
Yes.
As you walk in the front door of the ice arena, we literally have our vending area right off the bat.
Yes, you can come right there. The food will be right there, and you can sit down right there. We have tables and chairs.
Yeah.
right there.
That's
so you can dine in right there.
So you don't have to leave. You can hang out with us even longer. You've got entertainment. You've got the vendors. They also have popcorn like crazy, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. We have popcorn for sale. And that's just right outside the kitchen there.
Right.
Right by the vendors, so yeah, there'll be popcorn for
There's
sale.
going to be a few vendors there too. We had smoked fish one year, and they gave me some frozen smoked fish to take home. My goodness, it was so good.
We also have Point Brewery.
Oh, hey.
Brewery concessions.
Some good friends, Point Brewery, are going to be there as well. So they have, not only do they have great beers, they do have some non-alcoholic stuff too for the families out there to offer. So, you've got food. We've got these raffles, though. These raffles are a big deal. And I know you ladies get a chance to put something into the baskets.
Yes, each vendor
Yeah.
donates a basket, and then Deb drives all around Kingdom Come
Isn't it
every
something?
day, picking up raffle baskets from sponsors and people who say, "Hey, I can't be there, but I'll donate something." So there's a lot. Over 150 last year.
We had over 150
in 2 levels.
items.
Tell them about the 2 levels.
We have a level where if it's under $100, the raffle tickets are, what is it?
And Wingspan for 20.
And Wingspan for 20.
A Wingspan is 44 tickets.
Yeah.
So I actually work the ticket booth
Yes,
with
she
Kathy.
does.
and
Right on.
So yeah, that's
Part
the
of
best
the
thing.
Sanderson sisters.
Yep, the Sanderson sisters.
They did that last year. I remember that. That was so good.
Yep. So
Well, so that's the 50-50, right? When we do
No,
that is actual.
this is just for the raffle.
That's
the raffle
just that's the
Holy
raffle
cow,
basket.
you-
And then
you
we
can't even
have
see how
the
wide my arms
larger items that are $100 or more.
Wow.
And those have yellow tickets. We
Okay.
have a white ticket section.
Yeah.
We have a yellow ticket.
if
So
you
a certain
come to the
section has the
events,
arm width.
through the archway, it's only the yellow tickets.
Okay.
So don't
Yes.
put any other colored tickets.
We have this unique setup. I want to see if I can find this on the page so they can see
Yeah,
that.
But last year, just from the raffles,
Yeah.
we raised over $12,000.
My goodness.
And
$12,157.
100% of that, Jeff, goes to the Shriners Hospitals. We don't keep a dime.
No, that goes out. That's
All
the
that
volunteering that goes into this, you guys, because we want that money to go towards the cause. It's not for us, it's for this.
And I know there's families out there or people that just go to these events just for the raffle baskets.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for an event to possibly win something, I mean, over 150 baskets. And these aren't just little, baskets. I mean, some of these baskets, it's amazing. what
We
people
have
put
a
together.
child's 4-wheeler this year that's going in the event. We have a wine rack that's going up for the event this year. And we have not only from the bigger items to the smaller baskets, where we have Phelps's Dairy, which is donating gift certificates. We have restaurants in this area that are donating gift certificates. So there's from big items to little items. There's something for everybody.
But the little items, don't let her fool you. I think the cheapest baskets are going to be closer to $50.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not like we're giving you one little item. It is a basket full.
As we're talking about this, I'm showing people holding their baskets and prizes and things. And so they're getting in like a perfect estimation of what you guys are talking about.
There's an Amish place that
They
donates
really put a lot
flower
into these
as big as
baskets.
this table.
Yeah.
They put a lot into these baskets, the people that make them, and they're all donated.
Yeah, they're getting to see online right now, just a bunch of them. Now, mind you, I end up being the MC for trying to call off all these numbers, and it's a lot of stuff, guys.
It's a lot.
So,
Great, though. You did
oh
good
man,
with those
well, I
numbers.
remember there was one year I was like feeling like I had to explain every one of them, and it was, we're trying to go home. So, there's a lot of great stuff here as they're explaining you guys. So,
And we have a pretty easy system too.
Yeah.
At the end, you know, if you know your ticket number,
Right.
we have big boards that we put up. All you do is look for your number.
Yeah.
And somebody will bring it to you.
We
usually have one of the Shriners grab the basket and bring it.
Yeah, not to worry. We find you too. I know some of them have their address on it and whatnot too.
Yeah. And what's really cool is a few years ago, Kathy Webb put together. It's just amazing what the wives do. You do not have to fill. If you buy 44 raffle tickets, you are not writing your name and your phone number and your address 44 times. It is one time you're going to write your name. And if you buy 5 raffle tickets and an hour later you're like, oh, I want to get some more.
Yeah.
Bring your slip back up. You already have a number.
Yeah.
Boom, you're done.
You use that same
it's
number.
one and done.
This is the team we have working hard on all this stuff. This is why we love doing what we do, to raise the money for the Shriners Children's. And
everybody can
saying
come to
enough
my
about
booth and just do this, and I take all the bad juju from them. I never win.
Do you want to do that again right here?
Yeah. See, it's early morning for us here. I'm telling you. They even gave my son permission to go back to bed if he wanted to. Well, I've got one more of these videos, and it was an interesting one. I wanted to go to that real quick so you guys get one more chance to see one of those great stories of Shriners Children's and what we do at Holiday Spirits.
Watch me skate out to conquer the ice. A band of sisters on blades for the stars and stripes. Sitting down for the battle doesn't limit my game. Fueled by the hope of Olympic flames. Stick work and speed to put shots on goal. Born from medical breakthroughs helping me stay in control. Watch me. World-renowned care for pediatric prosthetics at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
So we were just talking about some things that we needed to cover to make sure that you know everything about the holiday spirits. And one of them was BYOC, bring your own chair.
Yes.
So make sure you got a lawn chair or your favorite chair. Just make sure you can carry it. All right. Fits in your car. And speaking of fitting in your car, when you come out, it's free parking. So nice segue. Yes. Love
And
that.
we have the
And
children's
free entry.
activities.
Free entry. That's even better because, you know, obviously if you're gonna spend money, we don't want you spending it on the frivolous things. There's plenty of room out there. That's why we like our not. So.
And as Deb is starting to tell you, we have a children's area.
We have the children's area. We have the bounce houses.
New
D&T
bounce house.
houses will be out there. And
So
they
I'm
have
reading
the
this.
roulette wheel.
See if I can get that on there close enough that if you can't, take a screenshot of that when you get a chance. If it's horrible, we'll try to make sure you see it on our Facebook for the page for the Holiday Spirits. Like I was showing you before, you'll see the top of the page. I'm going to do that real quick. Go back to the page as you can see some of the prizes there. I'm going to go to the top of the page so you can see it. The Holiday Spirits Zor Funster Craft and Vendors October Benefit. That's what we have, at least on the title of the page.
12th and 13th.
Yes, the 12th and 13th. We're going to revisit that. Actually, I want to get that at the bottom of your screen. You should see it scrolling now. And, keep donating. If you donated today on the show, let us know in the comments if you're not trying to be anonymous or anything. But if you gave a little something, then we know that, locally this was important to what we're doing. And, we want you to feel important. So go ahead and toss it out there. Let us know if you gave. You don't have to tell us how much. You just, let us know you gave. Just so many great things. We've covered the raffles. We've covered the vending of all the people that come here and support this community, the entertainers. I'm glad to represent this time with people I consider good friends. And we hope that you got everything you needed to know about this weekend, the second weekend in October, the 12th and 13th this year, Saturday.
Arnott, Wisconsin.
Was that?
We got
Arnott,
I
Wisconsin.
explain where Arnott is because it's the ends of the earth to some people.
Arnott, R2. Sorry, I always say that every time I hear it.
What makes it a destination.
So it's a true destination. It's just east of Stevens Point and Plover area. Plover off of B. And if you go out 10, you're going to take Highway J no matter which way you go. Whether you're Highway 10, you're going to go south on J. If you're Highway B, you're going to go north. You're probably closer to Highway B. but we're right off of that outside of town at the Arnott Lions Ice Arena and Community Park. So when you look it up on Google, it's going to come up as the Community Park, and you'll see the ice arena. When you get there, come on down the side road that's there next to the ice arena, and we'll find you parking, and come enjoy the time with us. Again, just to reiterate, it's Saturday, October 12th. We open up at 10. Come on out. The entertainment starts at 11.
If it is cold, remember it is an old ice arena.
Bring a jacket.
Dress appropriately.
That's why we encourage the costumes.
Or just get out on the dance floor and warm
Right,
up.
exactly. So that's running from 10 to 4 on Saturday, and then Sunday from 9 to 3, and October 13th. I just want to make sure we get that all out there. Remember, you've been watching us. I hope you had a great time. We just wanted to see you there. You'll see us at the local parades, as many as we can be at, out here in the Wisconsin Rapids, Stevens Point area. Vesper, Stevens Point, July 4th, Kellner at the Corn Fest. So we're glad to see you out there. Shake a hand, see a Zor Funster, grab a little something, maybe a balloon animal, anything to just promote this idea of what Shriners Children's does. Thanks again for watching, everybody. This has been the Holiday Spirits Craft Vendors Fair and Music Show and Car Show. So we'll see you in the second weekend of October. Thanks a lot, guys.